Hey everybody, it's Thursday, May the 12th, and today I'm here to go over with you the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Nerf notes for version 1.0.2.0D. And your cliff notes for the video is that there's going to be a new weekly Chaos Chamber featured run, and there are some crazy nerfs to rings. Now, you could say changes because there are some buffs as well. But let's be honest, when you see this, chances are the rings you are currently using are now utterly way worse. So without further ado, let's take a look at all the changes with this new patch notes. All right, let's go ahead and just start with the positive. The weekly rotation, there's a new weekly event, the Supreme Savings in-game limit time mini event. It's still live. Vending machines and STUs are half price this week, along with mission items having higher chance of being items of the day. So that technically stays the same. And what is new is the Chaos Chamber featured run has been updated. So locally sourced artisan run, handmade just for you. The leaderboards have been reset. So for this run, it's going to feature Nightmare and Sant Nagashara, Dust Be Gone. Get ready to take on a new cursed run in a Chaos Chamber. So if you've been having a lot of fun with these featured runs and trying to run up the leaderboards, well, there you go. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes, the huge nerfs on these rings. So I'm not surprised this has happened because there are just certain bonuses that were obviously way better. And you'll see the ones that got nerfed the biggest are obviously the ones that were used, I would say, by about 99% of the people. So, the first ring, Championship Ring. Reduced ring bonus from dealing damage to a boss from 100% to 50%. Ouch. Now, the reason I have a problem with this is that this only helped with bosses. And so, there were some other enemies that unless you had a super broken build, some of the, souped up elite enemies that benefited from these bonuses. And so now this was something that only worked on bosses. And obviously it was a really nice buff that would only proc for those fights. Well, now not only is it situational, but it's half as good. So kind of a bummer. I would say probably dead in the water as far as the ring goes now. Next, Thumb Cuffs. So this one increases ring bonus while in a dungeon from 25 to 33%. So dungeons are pretty much your chaos dungeons. So this is what most people spend 99% of their time doing when it comes to difficult content. So this is fine. It's up all the time. And now it's buffed. So this may end up being one of the best rings now just because it's going to be up all the time. Next is Finger Ward. Reduce ring bonus while ward is full from 100% to 66%. Now it's pretty hard to keep ward up all the time. Now there is an amulet. Now whenever you use an action skill, it increases your ward by 50% over 2 seconds, which is nice. And so in some range builds, you're going to be able to maintain this quite a bit. But it actually takes effort to keep this up. And it was very polar opposite to what the meta was up until this patch. So the fact that this was nerfed kind of sucks. I think of all these bonuses, this one is one of the harder ones to maintain and have a high uptime on. But I don't know. I get it. They probably were thinking when you have pixie builds that can kill things from off screen, you could probably stay safe. And if this was up, stayed at 100%, it would just become the go-to ultimate ring. So I get it. They had to nerf it. But down to 66%, it's not nearly as bad as the Championship Ring, which, again, got a much harder hit. And then we got Silicone Ring. Increases ring bonus while health is over half from 25% to 33%. That's good. So this obviously works anytime. If you have your shields up and you're able to maintain your health up, this is decent. I don't know why you wouldn't just want to use Thumb Cuffs, because you're in dungeons, that gives you the same percentages. So this one's a little wonky. It's harder to maintain than Thumb Cuffs, but it does the same exact buff amount. Again, questionable change there. Mood Ring. This is the big one. This was the meta. Most people use this with the Cursed Wits shield, for example, or ward, barrier, whatever you want to call it. And so reduce ring bonus while ward is not full from 100% to 33%. Man, that hurts. RIP. Now, in a way, it might not be rest in peace for this ring because everything else got nerfed batted into the ground as well. But that's a bummer, you know. Having your ward being busted, or, you know, here it says not full, obviously. But people would oftentimes kind of meta build this to using this while the ward is busted was kind of a high-risk gameplay. Now, it would be nice if they added a ring that did exactly that. When your ward is busted or at 0, increase by 100%. Because that would probably provide a difficult enough kind of gameplay that warranted that kind of buff. But they don't have that so far. So I don't mind this being nerfed to 33% when it's not full, but I think they need to add another ring type. And then Promise Ring increases ring bonus while action skill is ready from 25 to 33%. This is a tricky one because unless you're not using your action skill, this is just stupid. It says maybe if it was while action skill is being utilized, that'd be kind of cool. But otherwise, if you're not using ambidextrous, why the hell would you just not use your action skill? Dumb ring. Just like promise rings in real life, they're stupid. Insight ring. Increased ring bonus per crit hit from 2% to 3%. I never really used this, but I don't know. I guess if you're just going to stack a bunch of crits on a crit build, maybe that could get decent. And then lethal catch. Increased ring bonus on kill from 25 to 33%. So it seems like they want all the buffs to be about 33%. With the 2 outliers being championship ring still being 50%. Finger ward is being 66%. So, okay, I get it. I think people are going to be kind of pissed with the nerfs. And the buffs that have been quote-unquote buffs aren't that great. So that's why, as I titled this video, it just overall nerfs. This just feels shitty. But it is what it is. All right, what are your thoughts? Did you think these nerfs were warranted? Do you care? Do you not care? Is it a big deal? Does it break your build? Or is there anybody out there who is super excited because your favorite ring just got buffed? And if it did, do let me know which ring that is and what kind of build you have with it. That being said, guys, thank you for the support. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more Looter Shooter and Tiny Tina Wonderland content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.